Today I'm going to be talking about symbols, and especially on this very extramatic recording. And that means something that will be very, very shocking and surprising when you hear what this actually means. Now I'm going to be talking about the symbol of a screen that you can see in the sky that is kind of put up and bolted in a sort of way by a pole that is just coming out of the ground and it's probably secured to the ground. But the point of this is you have to have all of the people to be able to see this. You need everyone from every single place, every race, every community, every ethnicity, every country, every nation, every town, every village to come together and look at the lady announce the whole rules and regulations for the upcoming law range incoming, which means the upcoming laws. Now, this particular image is something that is really, really needing to be considered. Because what if aliens were to come? And what if they were to see this great screen and hear the message coming out of it, letting them know the rules and the regulations of how they need to get along with the world, how they need to go about their lives? What do they need to know? What do they need to know if they are coming here to this planet about how this world works? What do they need to know to be able to prepare the meal, for instance, and put it on this wide wooden table and then serve the family and really shine in their own lives and have their own enlightenments and epiphanies in this sort of way. Now, keep in mind that when they do come, then the sky is really, really wide. It's a very, very wide sky because it's a very, very pale coral blue. Let's say that this is going on in June. Let's say that this is occurring in the month of June, or you see the clouds with the white, linings of the colors and the textures. Of what they can give, and the sun shining down upon the plants and the trees and the birds and the bees and everything just blooming and coming to fruition at the time when these potential aliens would arrive on this spaceship, which would drop them off, and then the spaceship would leave. And who knows where these alien people would come from. The thing is, I'm reminded of this image of this screen, which is actually, let's just say that this screen, let's just say that this physical image in the sky would give light to the fact of the information that it would give about people and situations and cultures and what their experiences are in the world. Let's just say that this was the case. And so it would announce, it would say, in a kind of computer robotic sort of fashion, it would say, welcome to Earth. This is what you need to know. All those types of things with the Hunger Games and with the contestants and the tributes coming out of this field with they're on, when they're on their pedestals and then they leave and they go to this hangar-like thing where they collect all the resources and then they have to fight and go in and push and elbow to get what they want and need. And it's all about who is going to be the last to take away the gift of life and take away survival, because it is all about survival. And so they'd be going into this certain place and and then at the end of the day, with all the challenges and curveballs and, all these obstacles that would come at them, there would be this screen that would pop up and it would have the national anthem of Panem, uh, just in a sort of wayside with how it sounds. And while that's going, you see all these people flashing by because, well, I like to say that they pass down the road, which is my kind of fancier way and better way of saying, they, um, but anyway, it's this sort of flash of information, flash of insight, flash of knowledge that these people would gain and these people would get. So let's make this crystal clear that everything is going to be running efficiently if we know the rules, because we were not pushed on the bus. We weren't handed a manuscript or a instruction manual of what are the rules and regulations. People are not Janets walking around that I can push a button and then, well, out comes the instruction manual of how to use them and how to work with them and what you need to know about them. In a way, this screen, this knowledge that is being given to these people is the knowledge and the instruction that they need to know. And I think what also matters with this is if they choose to heed it, follow it, take it, and take note of it, jot it down, record it. And people often associate the word record with, like I'm doing now, I'm recording this. But it can actually mean if I were to take this sheet of paper, for example, let's just take this sticky note, and then I would grab a pencil and I would write down a word, faith. The word faith, and I wrote this down in a sticky note. Having faith that people will be able to enjoy this life on this earth, having faith that all things will pass down the wide road of resources, that they can go along and choose the essentials, choose what they need. And this can be not now. This can't be just, at the very, very beginning, but as they go through the experience, they have this option of being able to choose their resources, make their own money, be in alignment with what it is that they value. So, it's having faith and trust that everything will work out fine. Thank you for tuning in.